We are live. We are live. Welcome to the Welcome to Fatherhood second annual men's conference. My name is Sir Royce Brialis, and I'm online with my prestigious co-host, Dr. Raheem Young. How's it
Hey,
going,
what's up,
brother?
everyone? I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us.
And everyone can hear us. If you can't hear us, let us know. If you got any problems with the live feed, let us know, and we'll do our best to correct it right now. But without further ado, again, I want to welcome you guys to the annual men's conference. It's a celebration, and I want to pass it along to Dr. Raheem Young so he can break it down to you as far as what we've been up to and also what we're going to do today.
Cool. Well, thank you, Sir Royce. Like Sir Royce said, today is a celebration of fatherhood, family, and community. This is our opportunity to show our appreciation to the people who have supported our mission and also acknowledge the fathers who have been role models in their communities and for their families. So, if anyone isn't familiar with Welcome to Fatherhood or what we do, the concept or the idea for Welcome to Fatherhood, the WTF for short, started in 2015 when Sir Royce was expecting his first child. So during that time, we used to meet to talk about different business ventures and different things that we can get into. But a lot of those discussions turned into discussions on parenting, relationships, things like that. So at that time, we thought it would be something good for. We thought it'd be good if there were something for men to have some type of forum or platform where they could talk about some of the anxiety, some of the stress that they experience as fathers and just through everyday life. So that's where the idea for Welcome to Fatherhood came about. In 2016, we became incorporated in the state of Illinois. That's where we are, Chicagoland area. Um, so in the summer of 2018, that's when we started having our parent symposiums. So these are bi-weekly meetings where we invite wrong service that we provide. So the parent symposiums are biweekly meetings, biweekly meetings where we talk about a different topic. We develop questions around the topic, and then we just throw it out to the group. So we've been doing that consistently from this 2018. We have another one coming up this Thursday. So if you like to join or like to be a part of it, um, information on it will come out through all of our social media platforms. So feel free to join. And also in 2020, we became 501c3 status. We got that, so we're official now. So since, like I said, since 2018, we just been working, putting together different groups and that's helping the community in a variety of different ways. So, like I said, we have the parenting symposiums, we have the Fathers Feed community outreach projects that we do every other weekend. We had WTF dad interviews. Our 50th interview just dropped this past Wednesday, so check those out. You can go to our website, wtfatherhood.org, to listen to all 50. And you can also go to YouTube if you want to watch the video of those. We also have our WTF Stairway series. So this for this service, we rebranded it. It was called WTF Masterclass, but it's the Stairway series now. So for this, we invite subject matter experts to come talk about a different topic. We had a range of people come. It was really good. So we're gonna start that back up next month. Well, in March we're gonna start
March, yeah.
that. Yeah, and we always have those on the last Thursday of the month. So whatever the last Thursday is in March, that's our next one. And we're also excited to announce that this Wednesday we're gonna start working with a private school here in Chicago called Ryan Banks Academy. And me and Sir Royce, we're going to be teaching a young entrepreneurs class for the students there. So, we're excited about that, and that's starting this Wednesday. So, If you have any questions about any of the services we provide, feel free to reach out to myself or to Sir Royce through our social media platforms. So, without further notice, let's get into the conference. So, the first person I wanted, the first people actually. So, this is the number one contributor award winners for this year, and these people have donated like so much time and so many materials and different things for our Father's Feed community outreach project that we gave it to these people equally. It was like kind of a tie. So the first person is Miss Florida Bryant. Um, every week she donates like non-perishable items, socks, hats, you know, whatever she can. And also, the second winner is Miss Maddie Bell, and like Florida, she donates every week, and like their donations relieve like a lot of stress, and it really helps keep keep our Father's Feed program going. So to speak on their behalf, we invited Miss Camilla Goodwin to speak on their behalf. Is she in?
Yes, she is. One moment, let me bring her on.
Okay.
Oops. There we go.
All right, so Camilla, are you there? Okay. It
All
seems
right.
like she's still trying to get in.
Little technical difficulties. We'll bring her back on in a second.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So while Camilla's still trying to get in, I'm gonna go to our community partner award winner. So we have two community partner award winners for this year. So the first one I want to bring up is Mr. Andy Williams Jr. So he could
The
talk
hood.
about
Yeah, that's my guy. The
yeah.
hood president.
So he can talk about his relationship to Welcome to Fatherhood and some of the things that he has going on for this year. And first off, congratulations, Andy. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you coming through?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
I got you. I got you.
My guy. There you go.
Welcome to the fatherhood. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So I met Welcome to Fatherhood at the Safer Foundation. It was a brother named uh, Joshua Flynn, and he introduced me to Dr. Raheem, and I met him one day at the Safer Foundation dealing with men in a transitional reentry home. And from there, we met, built, and had started being on the weekly calls, letting other people know about him, and just building with him. Had broke bread with Dr. Royce one time. In fact, when I really met Dr. Raheem, I was painting in Chicago, and he met me at the job where I was painting at, just so we could, make an initial contact before. I think that was pre-COVID. Yeah, it was. So from there, I got a sense of authenticity with that, and me being a father with three daughters. At that time, I got two sons remarried. I just felt like this was somebody that actually cared about building families based on what they did and not what they said. So sometimes we say, listen to what I say, but you're not leading by that example. And Welcome to Fatherhood, that's what they embody, that's what they show, that's what they do. And they respect you, but they always have a way of guiding you back on into, well, I hear all that, but let's get back this way without being offensive. So that's a gift, and I'm looking forward to the future of Welcome to Fatherhood being a national model that we can embody and say these are regular people, normal people, started with an idea, brought it together, and implemented. So that's my relationship to Welcome to Fatherhood. And as Dr. Sir Royce always says, the hood president, I ran for president in the 2020 election and going again. It's my heart to do that, but I'll be able to point to Welcome to Fatherhood as a solution, a model program for the nation, because it's personal. I'm not endorsing a program that I'm not a part of. So that's where I see Welcome to Fatherhood, from starting when I first started to them, collaborating with them and being a part of it till eternity. So that's that. And as for what I'm doing in the community is I'm actually advocating for men's rights, because I'll be specific to this, and I'll give a scenario. A friend of mine was arrested for domestic violence. He called the police to get the lady out the house. Both of them were physical with each other, but he went to jail. He beat the case, and then I am working with him to sue the city for violation of equal rights. So it's this stigma that whenever a male and female are arguing or something happens, the male is always the perpetrator, and that's not the case. So now what we're doing is saying you violated his equal rights based on his gender, because that would be equal rights, right? And so that's what I'm doing on behalf of the men. But this brother specifically, so if you out there beating up on your wife or your girl, don't call me, because I used to be the aggressor and I understand that spirit. So don't call me trying to, no. But if it's a real life situation that there is a discriminatory intent, and I'm not blaming the police officers, understand that. They're doing what they've been trained to do, what they thought to do. They're not coming to be the mediator. They're coming to be, there's a breach of the peace, so they were doing their job. But I have to, bring this to their attention so that they know that this is not right. And on behalf of the community, that is one of the things I'm doing for the males. If other stuff, you'll see, go to hoodcandidate.com. We're enforcing our rights to be free. That's what it's about. Our liberty, and basically do unto others as you would have others do unto you. So thank you for my award. Welcome to Fatherhood.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. We appreciate you, man. Everything that you do in the community is great, man.
Yeah, Andy's one of them A1 since day one brothers, man. He's been with us since the beginning, man. So you well deserved, man. That award is definitely meant for you, man. So for sure, thanks for being with us, man, and look forward to working with you going forward, man.
Yes, sir. We family now. We family.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My brother, man. Brothers yes, for life, sir. Man.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right. Thanks, Andy. All right, cool. So
that's Andy Williams, the hood president.
Yeah, the hood president, Mr. Andy Williams Jr. All right, so that's our first community partner award winner for this past year. I want to see if Camilla is on.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna put her back on.
See if we can bring her back.
Camilla, are you with us? I think your mic is muted.
Okay, I see that she just turned the microphone on. Okay, let's keep it. Is Mr. Murray on?
Let me see. I believe so.
Okay.
So, wait a minute. This might be no, not Murray. I don't think Murray's on yet.
Okay, so while everyone is trying to get connected with us, like all the award winners, if anyone has any, well, actually, that's Miss Maddie Bell. So that's one of the number one contributors. So you could probably let her in. Let's see. Let's talk to her.
Okay, bring it on, Maddie.
Right from right from the winner herself, Miss Bell.
Miss Bill, are you there? Yeah, she just turned the camera off after I put it on.
Okay.
I don't know if she was ready. That's okay. We'll come back.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Um, okay. Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Like I said, everybody's still trying to get connected with us and get on. So we're gonna. I know Khalid is in the building.
Dad
So
of the year.
yeah, we're gonna take it to the Father of the Year award winner, and then hopefully, if we have enough time, we can bring everybody else back. So let's take it to Khalid. And I first met Khalid through social media. It was funny. Royce invited him to be a part of our Welcome to Fatherhood group, and like every day he will post a picture of him and his daughter or him out in the community doing something, and I'll be like, "Who is this guy always posting his?" Every day he posting a different picture. Who is this guy? So like that was my introduction to Mr. Khalid Scott, and since that, we've had a chance to break bread together. We actually have conversations, and I saw that Khalid is an awesome guy. He's an awesome man and an awesome father. So that's the reason why he was the father of the year. So I'm gonna throw it to Khalid.
Dad of the
Introduce
year.
himself, and
Wow.
yeah.
All right. Well, here we go, guys. Wow. All right. First and foremost, I feel like I'm in Academy Awards right now. I got to make that speech. I got to give God the credit for everything and everyone. You know, um, when you all, Sir Royce and Dr. Raheem, when you informed me that I was going to be the recipient, I think you understood that you gave me a sense of overwhelmness and also gratitude. When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't look for anything else. But when you get the gifts like this, it makes it even more special because it tells you, or at least it tells me, that someone is watching your walk, right? Someone is listening to your talk, and someone gets it, you know. And if you know me more than a day, you know that my number one role in the world is being Anaya's dad. And but even before my daughter came to this world, I was a goddad to 11 children, right? And I'm a mentor to about 25 young Black men. So I take fatherhood very serious, especially because I'm a man who did not have a dad growing up. And I understand the importance of fatherhood. And understand the importance of community, right? Because when I was growing up with my single mother, one of the things that she pushed towards me and on me was, when you are a man, you are not only responsible for those who live in your home, you're responsible for the community that surrounds your home, right? And so I took it the next level, and I'm a social worker. So I am responsible for my community, which also makes me responsible for my neighborhood, my suburb, my city, my state, my country, my continent, my world. And I think if each one of us, especially us men, look at it like that, where we are responsible for the world that we walk in, then we're going to have a better place. I think some of the atrocities that happen is because us as men, we have forgot that we sit on a throne and we wear an invisible crown, right? And the minute you forget you sit on the throne, and the minute you forget that you wear a crown, there's not going to be order in the world. And so this is affirmation that I'm sitting okay in my throne, that I'm wearing my invisible crown, and I'm not wearing it crooked. I'm wearing it straight up. And to get this award from two other Black men, guys, it's just this. Again, I'm choked up because it means so much more. I'm getting it from people who look like me, who are me, right? And it doesn't get better than that. So please, please, please continue. Sir Royce and Dr. Raheem, continue the mission that God has put you on, right? Because you do this because you were called to duty and you answered the call. So please keep answering. And I love you to death, guys. You're part of my family. You are uncles to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I really truly value and appreciate you all making me your Dad of the Year for 2022. And this is my first award of the year, and I'm flabbergasted. And I thank you guys so much.
Oh yeah, many more where they came from. Many more. I remember that, man, when we first told you that you was winning the award, man. You was like really emotional.
Yes.
Like I seen literally the tears welling up in your eyes. And
yes.
So take me through that, man. So what did that mean to you in that moment?
Well, again, guys, we had never met before we went out to dinner, right? We only knew each other through social media. And, you tend to think, how close can you be, or how can you know someone over social media if you've not looked at each other eyeball to eyeball, if you haven't been in the presence of each other in the same room, right? And oftentimes, and believe it or not, I get criticized as a dad who showcases my love for my daughter. I get talked about, not praised all the time. Because why? How dare a dad? And then number two, how dare a Black man says that he loves his kid? And because we're not used to it. 2 years ago when Kobe died, right? It was this past week. And I remember one of the best things that I saw could have happened. All these Black men who had daughters, they did the I'm a girl dad. I'm a girl dad. So every guy I know was making their profile picture, a picture of them and their daughter, right? And for 2 weeks straight, that's all I kept seeing, this celebration of fatherhood with daughters. And then sure enough, after 2 weeks came and gone, I saw the pictures being switched, and I haven't seen a picture since, right? Because we are not told to celebrate our fatherhood. We are not told to celebrate our kids. We're told to celebrate our women. We're told to celebrate our mistresses. We're told to celebrate our cars, our jobs, everything else. But every day I celebrate being Anaya's dad. And it's the best thing, because when you uplift your child, you uplift yours, what you get back is quadruple. Mm-hmm. What you get back is quadruple. I made a promise after I got divorced, gentlemen, that I was not going to be that dad who divorces my child because I divorced my child's mom. So I did it and overdid it because I wanted my daughter to know you are loved, and you are loved by a Black man who values you, appreciates you, and adores you. So I tell every Black man looking, go ahead and make your profile picture a picture of you and your kids, and be proud of it. And don't let the society we in make you fall into the stereotype of, my kids are last on the totem pole. No, your kids are your primary. Why? Because they are your legacy. Your children are your legacy. So be proud of it. So this award is so much more than just this right here. It's what's behind it. that means so much more. And again, to get it from two African-American up and coming young men, my heart is overwhelmed. And I thank you.
Yeah, thank you, brother, man. Thanks for all your contributions, man.
Yeah,
Dr. Raheem mentioned you was on Facebook posting all the pictures and everything. I reached out to Khalid pretty much the first week that he was in the group and said, hey, man, how about you be a moderator, man? Because you are in here, man. Tough.
Yeah.
So definitely appreciate your consistency, man, and being there. And it's only a staple or a reflection of how you've been with your daughter, too. I can only imagine the impact you made on her. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're doing great things, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now you have someone here that was jumping on with you, Khalid. Am I right in that?
You know what I did was I had sent you a message. Could I share the link with other people so they could see the presentation? Because I had a lot of people who wanted to see. So I didn't know if our audience could see this actual ceremony taking place right now. So if not, then just disregard. And then my daughter, she's skiing, but she wanted to look at the presentation. So I didn't know how it was set up.
Well, we got a little extra time. We can throw a little curveball in here. I see Giselle. Can I bring Giselle on? Can Giselle come in and talk about Khalid for a second?
Sure.
How well does she know you? Is she real close to you?
Absolutely.
All right, Giselle.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, hey, there you go. Hey, can you talk about Brother Khalid for a second? Because he's been a real special part to what we've been doing. We want to get some more perspectives on Brother Khalid. If we can.
Absolutely. Khalid is a colleague, not only a close friend, but a colleague. And the thing that stands out the most is his love for his child, his love for his community. And the reflection that he made where he talked about there's a reciprocity. What his mother taught him, that what you internally do within your 3 feet of personal space reflects out into your community. And then there's that reflection that comes back, which helps us to develop who we are. And so what you give out, you get back. And he does that. He personifies that every day of his life. He gives 100+ to everything that he does. He goes above and beyond. And that's because he truly cares about, first of all, our community, our Black community, especially our Black men. Just personally, I have a son who just turned 18, and he is in the process of going through applications and being accepted. The great thing about having a true friend, someone who tells you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear, is the observations of what they see you doing. And the one thing that has helped me and that I value the most is Khalid saying to me, Giselle, when you put things out on Facebook about your son, you're always putting forth the basketball attributes, the accolades. You're talking about the violin that he plays, because my son plays violin, and his music. But where's the intellectual aspect of it? Where are you supporting and personifying and showing that as young Black men, we have that intellectual aspect? And as he says, we value our Black men from the neck up, showing that not as much as we value them from the neck down and what they can do, whether they're playing ball. And this is no shade to anyone who plays ball or anything else, but balancing it, because life is all about balance. And so when you balance that with what he can do and intellectually what he is capable of, the pieces that you don't necessarily see, it makes that true balance, and it gives off what we want our Black men to be known for, that we can think. We are creative thinkers. We have built nations. We have led nations based on our intellect. And so that is what I get from him. That is the driving force and the gravity that brings me towards him. So, I am lucky and blessed to have him in my world, in my reality.
Wow.
Thanks for sharing, Giselle.
Absolutely, anytime.
Thank you. All right. All right. That's
All
it.
right.
That's it. That's it. We are so much more, gentlemen. We are so much more than basketball players and football players and rappers and singers. We are so much more. This is the number one muscle in our body. Not this, not this right here. And the more we hear that, the more we understand it, the more we will continue to be kings. Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brother Khalid, man, thanks for sharing, man, and thanks for being you. And that's that's what got you this award, my brother. Dad of the Year.
Thank you.
King Cat Khalid Scott.
Thank you, Khalid.
Thank you, brother.
All right, cool. So now let's so Royce, how many people are in the platform?
Right now, it's everyone that spoke so far. So Andy, Khalid, and Giselle. It was somebody else that just jumped on, but they jumped back off. I don't know if that was Camilla
Oh,
or someone else.
okay, so one of the presenters are trying to get in. So if you've spoken already, or if you're a guest, I'll ask if you could just jump off for a second so the other presenter could come in, because I guess it's a limit to the number of people that could be in the waiting room. Yeah, thank you. And you could tune in through our Facebook group or LinkedIn or YouTube to watch the rest of the conference. So is Camilla in yet?
Not yet. No.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna so Sir Royce, could you let everybody know about how you came up with the name? Because Sir Royce actually came up with the name WTF for Welcome to Fatherhood. Can you let everybody know how you came up with that?
Yeah. So back when me and Dr. Young were meeting in 2015, um, the fatherhood topic came up as far as a business idea. What can we do for fathers? And I went home that night just with that father in my head, just fathers. Like, what name? What can we call the business? And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. WTF. And whenever I wear this out in public, people look at it and see like the double entendre. Like, yeah, I get it. Because a lot of people, when they become fathers for the first time, or even going through fatherhood, they kind of have that WTF in their mind. Like, what am I going? What am I getting myself into? And I can tell you, when I first found out I was becoming a father, I was thinking WTF in my head as well. So, but it just hit me like a ton of bricks, like a light bulb moment. Like, that's a good name. I text Dr. Young that moment when I found out that name, and he's like, "Yeah, that's it, bro. Let's do it." And shortly after that, we got incorporated, and we've been moving ever since. So, uh, yeah, that's how WTF came about.
All right, cool. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think I was thinking WTF when I got the news too.
I think we all were, man.
But yeah, I feel like that's a natural thing, man. Just to be like, what now, or
Right.
what does this mean for the rest of my life? So yeah,
Which
so
for which kid did you have the biggest WTF? Was it the first, second, or third
the third. Yeah, man, it had to be the third because I was like, I mean, I was excited for all of them, but like the initial shock it was from the third because um I was good with two,
one?
and I thought like it was gonna be two, but
Yeah,
the things happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, the third one that was the biggest WTF.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so has Mr. Murray or Camilla been able to get in?
Nah, not yet. Just me and
No.
you on here now.
Okay, so let's. I see that we have some people listening in LinkedIn because that's what I'm on right now. So if you have any questions for either myself or for Sir Royce while we wait on the other presenters, feel free to put them in the chat, and I'll read them off.
Yeah, and that's the same for people that's on Facebook and also on YouTube. We got a few comments already from Facebook. So if you got any comments, any questions, anything you want to ask me or Dr. Young, uh, definitely reach out. Now is the time.
So actually, I'm looking at a comment now, and it's from Zoe. She said her child is sitting with her, so don't say the F part of WTF.
All right.
Yeah,
We're going to keep it PG.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it PG for sure.
Can we say fudge? Can we say what the fudge? Can we do that? Is that okay, Zoe?
Okay, Zoe. She asked when did we start? So we started the organization. Well, we came up with the idea in 2015, and we started actually having groups in the summer of 2018. So yeah, the first Welcome to Fatherhood uh, parent symposium was August 2018, and she said fudge is fine. So
Okay. Fudge is approved. Okay, good. Yeah. Camilla jumped on, but she jumped back off. I don't know what's going on. But I guess we'll wait on her.
okay, so actually, let me talk about what she's going to speak on. So the Welcome to Fatherhood Fathers Feed program is something that we started in 2020. So like in the middle of the pandemic and everything, there was a lot of reports coming out of food insecurity and just people just struggling, losing jobs, not having enough food, just different things like that. So we thought it'd be good to get like get other fathers that participate in the program to volunteer and go out in the community and pass out lunches. So like prepared lunches. So we've been doing that on consistently since August of 2020. Every week, every time that we go out, we pack 50 lunches. So what's the math on that, Royce? How many lunches have we handed out so far? So I guess that's
50 times
100 every month uh, for
for a year. It's been
it's like
how
a
many?
year, 6 months, a year and five
All right,
months.
so that's 1,200 for the year. Add another 600, so 1,800. If my math is right, quick math.
Okay. Well, yeah, if his math is right, we've in that time span we've been able to feed how many you say 1,600, 1,800?
18.
1,800 people through our Father's Feed program. And when Camilla's able to get on, that's what she's going to speak to, because we have two number one contributors who contribute to that program, and actually is like the energy that keeps that program going. Miss Florida Bryan and Miss Maddie Bell. So that's a major part of like WTF and some of the things that we stand for, our mission and values that we put out. Men that's doing things for the community, men being role models in the community. That's something that's really that's a real goal for us. I see Donald asks what's your real goal. So that's a goal for us, being role models in the community, being able to support and provide for our families, and also be able to just have pass those values on to, it may be children that don't have fathers, so we can be role models and help them in that area as well. So that's what we're about.
Yeah, if I could add to that, Dr. Young, I would
Oh,
also
yeah.
say overall changing the narrative about fathers in general. Like there's a lot of fathers we spoke to that are really involved in their kids' lives. They're present. They're there. And even if they're not there every day, they're still present in their kids' lives. And a lot of the narrative that's kind of spewed out there is that, it's dad beat dad this, dad beat dad that, dad ain't there. But really, dad really is there. the ones that are there are really there. So we want to make sure we shine a light on that and a spotlight on that as much as we can while we're here.
And I see Muhammad asks, how can we participate or contribute? So if you're in the Chicagoland area and you would like to volunteer to go out, volunteer your time to go out with us, um, you can reach out to myself or to Sir Royce, and we'll let you know like the time that we're going out and the meetup location. If you like to contribute like a non-perishable item or anything to go towards the cause, you can go to our website where we have a donate button. Or again, if you're in the Chicagoland area, we can meet and you can give the the uh, the non-perishable or the clothing item that you would like to donate. Okay. All right. So are they in yet?
No, she was in there for a second, then she fell off. So I don't know if she got connectivity issues or technical difficulties, but just us on here.
Okay. How? Okay. Um. So Royce, can you talk about the how the WTF dad interviews I came? Well, how we came up with that concept and like how you feel about the 50th interview we've done.
Yeah, we reached the milestone, 50 interviews released. So back in last summer, I talked to Dr. Young about creating a podcast because
Oh, so Royce, also if anyone to be interested in being interviewed,
oh
can you
yeah,
let me
sure.
know about that?
Yeah. So yeah, back last summer we were just talking about ways to kind of you know uh, extend our reach and get more people to see what we're doing. And the podcast idea I came across that idea just from doing my own research, seeing what's getting a lot of people to get eyes on certain things, and podcasting is one of those things. And through that podcast, we've talked to a lot of great guys, man. We had some real great conversations. So if you haven't listened to any of our podcasts yet, I definitely recommend it. We've been doing it ever since, so over a year now, and we look to continue to do that and reach out to more people to do interviews. And like Dr. Young said, if you got anybody that you know that'd be great to be interviewed by us, either reach out to myself or to Dr. Young, and we can reach out to that person and get them on the podcast.
All right, great. So let's text the other presenters. Hopefully they'll be on soon.
Yeah, you can see that if you go to our website, it's there on our website, the podcast, or if you go to Anchor, if you have the Anchor app, you can listen to it on there. It's on Google Play, Spotify, pretty much all the major podcasting platforms, and now even YouTube. So definitely give it a listen.
So I guess before the other presenters jump on, we spoke on the number one contributors. I just want to give you all a little bit about Mr. Marcus Murray. Um, I was introduced to Mr. Murray through a colleague of mine. Her name is Dr. Tanya Robinson, and Murray he works for Project Brotherhood here in Chicago, and they do like a lot of things as far as like health, community health, and public health. I believe I'm not sure if still going on, but I believe in the past they've had community clinics for men, and is an awesome thing that they had going on. So when we met, it was like initially, we hit it off. I believe like the first time he came on to one of our parent symposiums, and okay, he came on to one of our parent symposiums, and he enjoyed it, and ever since that we've had an awesome relationship and collaborated on a number of different community events. one of the first things that we did together was we partnered with UIC and did a fathers forum back in July, where we invited a number of different panelists to come talk on the issues around fatherhood, engagement, um, and just like a number of different things like that. And the next thing we did, we partnered again with UIC and Project Brotherhood, where we did a clothing giveaway. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Mile Square on Roosevelt, but we had the space in front of Mile Square where we were able to give out clothes to a number of individuals. We also had like free ice cream and free nachos from an ice cream truck for any kids that were in the area. So it was awesome. So Mr. Murray, whenever he's able to get on, that's what he's going to talk about. He's going to give a little bit of background about himself and his impressions of Welcome to Fatherhood among our first meeting. So I see Camilla text and said that she could see us. Is she in?
Let me check. No, I don't see her.
Okay, so
I guess something else we could talk about, if you could speak on it, Dr. Young, is also what we did with Murray. Well, in collaboration with Murray, was we went to Denver and
oh,
we had a talk at the APHA conference. Uh, Dr. Young, can you give a little bit more details on that?
oh yeah, for sure. So that's one of the things that we kind of left out earlier among like the services and the different things that we do. We also participate in research, community-based, public health based research. Um, this past October, we had the privilege of going to Denver to present at the National APHA conference and American Public Health Association conference. Just in case you wasn't familiar with the acronym. And the research that we presented on was the effects, the emotional and mental effect abortion has on the male partner. So it was a great experience being able to um, look at abortion from the male perspective, look at it more deeply, because a lot of times when we think about abortion or the impact of abortion, we think about it from the female's perspective, and if we do like consider the man in that in the conversation of on abortion, it's always from like a negative standpoint. So myself and Sir Royce, we did a focus group where we just interviewed guys who participated in the decision for their girlfriends or wives or female partner to have an abortion, and just looked at how it made them, the effects that it had on them. So some of the things that we found, like some of the shocking things, was the age that the men said it when they had their first abortion. Well, I guess one of the other things that stood out was that a lot of the men who participated in it said that they've had multiple in their lifetimes, and the age. Many of the men that participated said that they were like in their teens, so they were like 16, 17, 18 years old when they participated in their first abortion. And yeah, there was just like the age and the number was the most shocking things. But you know, a lot of the guys who we a lot of the guys who we spoke to, they said that they actually grew from their experience because they're a lot older now. That's looking back, talking about they said that they actually grew from their experience and took at it, took it as like a experience to learn from. So that it was really awesome. Um, I see. Muhammad said, how did we gather the research? We had a focus group, And we also had a key informed interview to gather the research around that. Any other questions about the research? So in the future, we plan on doing a lot more things around research and how men are impacted by different things in society. So we do continue to participate in HPHA again, and also other organizations.
Yeah, I don't have a question, but I have a suggestion for instead of for WTF. You know how we said fudge earlier. I'll put it on the screen. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but we got that one. Any other suggestions? Any other PG related
Yeah.
WTF?
Or any other questions for us?
Yeah, that too. We'll take more questions too. But I still don't see that Camila is on just yet.
Okay. All right. So
Any other
actually,
questions? Go ahead.
yeah. Any other question? We only have like 7 more minutes anyway. I know our time frame was from 3 to 4. So any other questions before we get ready to sign out? Because I don't know if Michaela and uh, Mr. Murray and Camilla are gonna make it on.
Well, while we wait on them, any other questions? Dr. Young, I got a question for you. We asked this question on the podcast, but I'm curious to see your answer. What does fatherhood mean to you?
Uh, Good question. I should know it. I should have
Take
an
your
answer.
time,
I
bro.
should have an answer to this question. Now, fatherhood it just means being there, um, responsibility, um, and helping your children progress. So
I like that.
short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We got a question on Facebook. What neighborhoods do you serve?
We're all over. We're all over. We don't have like a central location. Um, like we do a lot of stuff in the Austin area. We do a lot of stuff like in Oak Park. Um, we also like in Lawndale as well. But pretty soon we're gonna start doing more like on the South Side. Um, the entrepreneur class is going to be held on the South Side, and we're also partnering with um, a, a wholeness clinic on the South Side. So we're going to start doing something there. Well, we're going to start having groups there toward the end of February, early March. So we'll keep you all posted with more details as they come about. But yeah, we're all over.
And that's the south side of Chicago, if you're not
Oh yeah,
familiar with
South
where
Side
we're
of Chicago.
from. But yeah, since the pandemic has started, we've been able to increase our reach. We've had people on our symposiums from California to Mississippi, North Carolina. We've interviewed people overseas, Australia. Um, man, I did a podcast with an organization in Europe, so we are we're getting out there. So, but yeah, we're based in Chicago, but yeah, we're pretty much connected with everybody that's has anything to do with fatherhood to help increase our visibility with fatherhood across the world, if you will. Another comment on Facebook. I'll put it on the screen. It would be super dope to get women that can teach men with girls how to do hair, nails, etc.
You
I
know what
was
that
just
is?
combing my daughter's hair, and teach me. Can you teach me, please? I would definitely sign up for that class.
Yeah, that is a great idea. That's something that we could do. Are you volunteering? Will you volunteer your services to teach men how to comb hair?
Yeah, please reach out to myself or Dr. Young, DM us or whatever you want to call it. We can definitely set that up. You can do a stairway series on doing hair. I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah, for sure.
My daughter has long hair, it's all the way down her back. I don't know what to do with it. I just put it in a ponytail. That's all I can do. And we got somebody else. See, somebody else want to learn. See, we got a class already. Let's get it.
Yeah, but that's a great idea. That's something that we can do and we probably should do. So, but if you are volunteering, reach out, as Sir Royce just said. Muhammad had a question about what information are you seeking out? How does this help? How does this help us? Oh, I think he's talking about the research. So we were just trying to see how men, the impact that it has on men, in order to develop like mental health treatments around it, and also just to bring awareness to that, bring awareness to it, because it's not really talked about. When we did the literature review for when we were doing the research and we looked at the different existing research that's already out there, it wasn't like anything on how men are impacted by abortion. Like how I said, majority of it was how the man influence or pressures a woman to get an abortion, or it talked about like domestic violence situations where the woman gets an abortion based on that. But there was there was hardly any like research around how it actually impacts the male's mental and emotional health. Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you for the question though. All right, so we got 2 minutes. Any last remarks that you want to? And um, we're not going to be able to get Mr. Murray and Camelo on, but we do appreciate them uh, greatly for everything they've done for us this past year. Any closing remarks you want to make, Sir Royce?
Yeah, just thank you for tuning in. Definitely stay tuned for everything that we got going on for the rest of this year. Um, our podcast is released every Wednesday or Thursday if I'm a little behind, but it's Wednesday most weeks. And also our Stairway series is going to start in March. It's going to be the last Thursday of March, which is the 31st. So we'll send you some more information and the invite for that as well. But again, yeah, thanks for taking the time out and letting us talk about this fatherhood thing. I think it's making a real big impact on a lot of people.
Yeah. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us also. We did have some technical difficulties, but it comes with the territory in this new virtual space. Those things will happen. But I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I appreciate all the award winners: Marcus Murray, Miss Florida Bryant, Miss Maddie Bell, Andy Williams Jr., and our Dad of the Year, Mr. Khalid Scott. I appreciate you all. Keep doing what you're doing a great job, and stay tuned for everything that we got coming up.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in. And one more thing I want to say, Dr. Raheem, he's been one of my best friends since we were in grade school, kindergarten to be exact. We was in Miss Hershey's class. She had a Hershey bar on her like a pendant on her chest every day, Miss Hershey. So 30 years of a friendship, man. I just want to say I love you, bro. And I'm glad that we're doing this thing together, man.
I love you too, man. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Well, all right, good people. Have a great rest of your weekend.
All right. Be well. You already are.